Jermell Charlo goes off on another rant about Terrence Crawford. We're going to get into it and break this down. All right, let's get started.
There's a lot of big fights coming up in boxing, but your fight is one of the biggest ones for a lot of reasons. All the belts will be on the line. It's something that you said was your dream.
Right.
Tell me about that.
I need it. I know it's a need. You know, when you want something so bad, you just gotta have a need for it.
One quick thing I want to say about Jemele. Hats off to him for handling business in his division. That's something that we require of all these fighters. It's something that we want to see. So let's not forget that Jermell Charlo has handled his business in his division. And that's something that we're trying to get other fighters to do. That's something that even his homeboy Errol Spence is even struggling to do. So when you got fighters like that, you got to make sure it's known and it's noticed that you see that they doing what they supposed to do in their division. I just think that's something that people forget about Jemele, especially when it comes to his brother. You know, he's a standout kind of dude when it comes to doing what he's supposed to do inside the ring amongst these other cats in boxing. People can say what they want, but he took the belt from everybody that had one, and that's more than what we can ask for anybody in boxing today.
I need that because that's a legacy moment. I didn't pull off the victory the way I should have the last fight. So now it's time for me to go up in there and train my ass off, train harder, work smarter, and just bust his ass and show why I'm, way more athletic, way more powerful, way more speed, way more everything. What he gonna do? He ain't gonna be able to make it this time. Can't let him make it. I'm way hungrier. I've been grinding since the draw, Privately doing it on my own and grinding just real strong. My dog Earl got a fight coming up.
Shout out to Earl. He's also fighting undisputed, right? I mean, for his third belt.
Third belt.
Yeah.
Find that bitch. You know what I mean? So now we just gonna get it in, enjoy the rest of the year, come back during December, defend them motherfuckers, feel happy, put it on for our families, represent PBC, Al Heyman, big dog status, big money status. You know it.
Big things.
Yeah.
So, for real, what do you tell Castaño if he's watching?
Just keep grinding. Don't give me no more excuses. I ain't having it this time, goddamn. Your fucking ass gonna fuck up the fight. You try to give me another excuse. But other than that, we working. Keep working.
And that's one of the reasons I became a Charlo fan back in the day. Jemele truly has a fighter's mentality, apart from his brother. That's one thing that I like about Jemele. He's motivated. He fights with his heart on his sleeve. He's high energy. He's passionate. And, he's really into what he's doing. And that's something that I always loved about these cats. And I just like the way they talk at the end of the day. They may not be the best people to string a sentence together, but I love that aggressive mentality, and it never relents. Like he never, once he says something, it doesn't change before the fight or after the fight. I call that consistency. I know a lot of people don't like that. They say, it's bad sportsmanship. Maybe so, but it's entertainment to Bruce.
You're going to let your hands do the talking, May 14th.
Right. I do a little bit of talking, but I do talking with the hands, with my mouth, and that's it. Let my feet work, be my dream work.
You take care of business, and Earl takes care of business.
Right.
What do you think Terrence Crawford does? Does he fight Earl? Does he fight you?
Yeah, Terrence Crawford need to get his own shit together first. That motherfucker got a lawsuit with his own people. He don't know when he fighting. I don't know what the hell going on with that kid.
You know what this is a result of? Errol Spence has ducked Terrence Bud Crawford so bad. Y'all trying to pass Bud around like a joint, literally. First, y'all tried to push Terrence Bud Crawford off on Boots Ennis, knowing that's too much for Ennis right now. Now people trying to push Terrence Bud Crawford off on Jermell Charlo. And this is the thing. Jermell Charlo is in his right frame of mind, believe it or not. He got bigger issues that he need to be attended to. His mind need to be focused on Castaño and Castaño alone. Okay? He need to focus on getting that last belt and becoming undisputed. So I don't blame him for dismissing Crawford at all.
He ain't on my mind. He ain't on my radar. He ain't on nothing. He don't matter to me. It don't matter to Earl. We ain't worried about no damn Terrence Crawford. We ain't waiting on him. He ain't waiting on us. We ain't waiting on him. The hell with Terrence Crawford.
A lot of these boxers need media training. That's one thing that Floyd's actually good at. He actually tried to teach Gervonta Davis about media training. You need media training. You need to know how to go in front of these cameras and say the right thing so they're not taken the wrong way and people don't run with it. So let me give you an example of how Jermell Charlo should have answered that question. I got Brian Castano on my mind right now. That's really not my focus. That's really not my opponent. That's for my homeboy Errol. I'm going to let him dispense of him, and I'm going to handle my business and get this last belt. But I can't think about anything or anybody else until I get past that belt. But if it's a fight that we can make upcoming in the future, then, you know what I'm saying, I'm for that. But for right now, Undisputed and Castano is all I'm worried about. Them talks and them conversations is not even for me. You direct those questions towards Errol. And that's exactly how you handle stuff like that.
No, I'll be honest. This is what I've been telling people.
To make a good fight, of course.
Yeah?
At any time this fucking fight put some studs against each other, that motherfucker ain't what we made out of, but you know, he can work. He got some skills. He done put some shit together, but man, look, well, we done fought now. Now, I ain't gonna say he ain't fought nobody, but man, come on, man. Come on, man. You know what's up. Think he was got bored. You know, these people, they old. Miracon, they want no more smoke. You know, shit like that going on. Put that little Russian in front of him, he got clocked.
You know, I'm actually glad that Jemele brought this up because it's something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. A lot of people talk about Terrence Crawford getting dropped by Velasquez. And I'll keep saying that version of Velasquez was a beast. That's one of my favorite fights of Terrence Bud Crawford. But Velasquez did not drop Terrence Bud Crawford. I know a lot of people think that, and if you guys want me to do a video on it, I'll do a video on it and I'll show you. What happened was Velasquez hit Terrence Bud Crawford, and Terrence Bud Crawford tied him up. And what happened is Velasquez took a step back, and that threw off Bud's equilibrium, and it collapsed his left leg, and he leaned forward, so therefore he fell. So since he got hit on that exchange as well, a lot of people think that Velasquez dropped him. But if you go back and look at the tape, and if you know what you're looking at, you will easily be able to tell that Terrence Bud Crawford just lost his balance. And like I said, if you guys don't believe me, just write something in the comment section and say, Bruce, show me. And you know what I'm saying? I'll make the video and I'll show y'all.
He stood that bitch up, though. He knocked him out. But, man, get in the ball field, jump to the big leagues, you know, with the PBC game. Y'all know it used to be back in the days, the other promoters. Y'all know who running boxing right now. Man, y'all, come on, man, don't be stupid and slow. Y'all know who the main man in the boxing world. Y'all know who paying the big checks. Y'all know who getting the Al Heyman checks. Y'all know where it's at. Them motherfucking, the big dogs. You see, you look around at my top, in my gym. You see it? This shit is up in here. I look at the motherfuckers every day. Yeah, this my gym.
Who's your best friend of this bunch? Like, who are you closest to?
What?
On the poster, besides your twin.
Earl.
Earl?
I got no friends in this game.
No friend.
I
It's
for y'all fools. Being friends with you. I was cool with all these niggas before. I hung out with Danny Garcia before when
Danny's
I was a little
cool?
bit younger. Yeah, Danny cool. Even when I was in Miami, we wrote.
Adrian's cool?
Together. Hung out with all these motherfuckers.
Broner?
Yeah. AB cool, yeah. Kicked it with all these boys. Davis.
Gervonta?
We passed by Figueroa with them.
Side note, you want to know that what people never give credit to Jermell Charlo for? Jermell Charlo was always in great condition. He's always in great condition. He's been doing this whole interview the whole time, talking and jumping rope. But that's one of the things that I've always noticed about Jermell Charlo. He always come in great shape. He always come in ready to fight, on weight, and his conditioning be top notch. I mean, the kid really do got good conditioning. You got to give him that.
Western Coast, shit, when I used to have dreads, they, you know, everybody cool. Everybody got that motherfucking shit too. They ready to go. Shit, I'm motivated with them. You know,
A lot of... Hey, Tank is fighting Rolly. What do you think?
that motherfucker two bad motherfuckers, you know? And Rolly got a big mouth on him, so it's up to Tank to shut him up. and I think that's what he wanted to do. And Rolly he can go. Yeah, you know, it's just it's fun. Boxing gonna be fun, especially with that new spring and summer kickoff that Showtime did. They doing what they gotta do.
Yeah, Jermell has a fight with a guy that only has 2 losses from Poland, Sulecki.
Yeah. We don't know too much about Sulecki. We don't really want to speak on it because we know all these old hating ass motherfuckers gonna be like, oh, your brother ain't fought nobody.
I mean, them just facts though. Your brother really hasn't fought anybody. And even Jemele Charlo knows that, but you know, he not going to admit that in front of us. And you know, that's what they do. That's what I like about him. At least they got each other back. But Jemele Charlo hasn't fought anybody, and he knows that. Like I said, anytime you call Brandon Adams a legacy fight, you know you got an issue.
But that's how they always try to do.
Hey, 32-0, and he's a champion. That's all you got to say. Yep.
Come on, we ain't speaking on my brother's career. This is my house right now. You know what I'm saying? So my brother, he got some work he needs to do. Get a bunch of punk ass niggas out the way. You know. But they want him to go fight people across the pond and shit, and people that ain't with the right promoters and contracts and all that other shit. My brother tried to do what he could do and fight Canelo, and he you know, said what he said, and he stand by his word.
But see, that's just the thing. Without taking those kind of fights, you don't get a Canelo fight. So to just sit around and fight the Sulakis of the world, in all honesty, is some bum shit. You know, Jemele knows that because they done got into it before about his lack of competition and how he's saying he the only one representing Lions only and stuff like that. Y'all done seen it just like I did. But truthfully, at this point, Jemele Charlo he got the entire Lions only legacy, promotion, and brand on his back, because at this point, Jemele Charlo is not carrying his weight. And he knows that, Jemele knows that, and we know that, you know. So that's all the more reason that Jemele Charlo needs to be focused on what he's supposed to do. Not no Terrence, Bud Crawford, nothing like that. That's Errol Spence work, okay? People need to go heckle Errol Spence with them questions, but we already know he gonna dodge you. But from what I hear, Terrence Bud Crawford has signed with PBC Promotions. You never know. It's so much fake news out here. But that at least eliminates one more of Errol Spence goalposts, you know, all this blocking that he's putting up. So now y'all on the same side of the street, okay? He's free, you're free. You know, there should be no reason why this fight can't be made next year. You know, I doubt it'll happen, but hey, but at this point, Jemele Charlo has to go ahead and bring the thing home. And if he managed to get this last belt, he gonna be the shit for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. You know, so I think he need to focus on what he need to do, because that's not his work. That's Errol Spence's problem. I don't know why people trying to pawn it off on him, but at the same time, you need to not try to dismiss the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. You know, I've never seen a fighter, and this is what makes Terrence Bud Crawford the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world, because he challenged champions and they don't want no parts of this guy. None. Everybody want to fight Canelo, but nobody want no parts of no Terrence Bud Crawford. And some people might say, yeah, but they want a payday and whatever and whatnot. Hey, maybe so. You know what I'm saying? Maybe so. But to me, that's why he's pound for pound #1, you know, to the real boxing fans. That's all I got for now. Bruce Vane, I'm out.